From majestic deserts to stunning waters, from grand ancient mosques to modern marvels, the Middle East is a magical land, home to some of the most hospitable people on the planet. Wherever I go, people open their hearts and homes. Over a delicious meal, we share our culture, heritage, and prized recipes. Come join me as I add my own twist to this exquisite Middle Eastern cuisine on my Persian trail. After spending an eventful week in Istanbul, I head north to a city called Bursa in the Anatolian region of Turkey. It's a bustling city surrounded by mountains on one side and the plains on the other. People here are more laid back and relaxed as compared to Istanbul. Bursa was the first capital of the Ottoman Empire, but my reason to visit Bursa is totally different. This is the hometown of İskender kebab, and I'm on my way to meet the 5th generation of Mr. İskender, who actually invented the kebabs. And this is the place where they serve them in the most authentic manner. Yavuz is the flamboyant owner of İskender kebab. So much so that he even has his own hyper-real replica on display, and he loves to show it off. At the restaurant, he is very much the king of the manor, and the rest are his loyal army. His great-grandfather, İskender Efendi, invented the famous spinning kebab of Bursa in late 19th century, and he's fought hard to trademark the dish, taking on those who laid claim to the legacy. I'm lucky that the master himself is teaching me how to make the İskender kebab. This is one of the greatest techniques of making these kebabs, is that you've got to very thinly slice them.
It's a big difference cutting the doner with knife and with the electricity knife.
Straight.
Cutting this,
Yeah.
look at the juicy of doner. It's going down.
Yes.
But if you cut this,
So you tend to bring the moisture in it too.
look,
But chef, I'll tell you, when you're cutting with a knife, you're actually moving with the meat's own tissues.
look,
Yeah.
look. But we do it very fast, you can't see that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So when you're cutting with a knife, you can actually control the tissues which are aligned in the meat.
Yes.
Wow. You don't even need to chew it. It just melts. And you have a lot of vegetables which go with the kebab too, right?
It's all belong my farm. And even I do my butter myself. Everything is belong my fingers.
So you think that the first time this kebab was made in 1867, does your kebab have the same taste?
I am good than before.
You're better now.
Of course.
Of course, okay.
Of course.
While the meat is cooking on the spinning oven, the master prepares a bread that will go on the final plate.
It's a oil.
Yeah, the fat of the meat. So it's
Not much. Otherwise it gets flame.
Yeah, it will burn.
Yeah, it will burn. Yeah.
Roasted tomatoes and eggplant are prepared next to them and covered with the freshly melted butter. There is a lot of butter which has gone into the pan.
Look,
Yavuz then prepares the shish kebab that will also go on the final plate. He also grills some meat separately. That has salt, no salt,
just a little.
but no spices.
No, we never use spicy things, never.
There are so many layers to İskender kebab. Time for final plating. The cooked bread is sliced and placed on plate and covered with tomatoes reduction. Next goes the eggplant and then the three types of kebabs. Very, very thinly sliced meat. Oh, beautiful. The thinly sliced meat from the spinning oven, the grilled meat and the shish. Roasted tomatoes and green chilies are placed on top of the plate and finally covered with more freshly melted butter. And now that's yogurt, right?
This is my picture.
While the table is set, Ozan, the master's youngest son, takes me for a tour of the museum they've created in memory of their grandfather.
Progress. My father's put together these statues. These three, they were made by photographs, but however, this one was, another technique was called hyperrealism. It's not wax though, it's actually plastic. But anyways, the reason we hear it, it's not the statues. The actual things are the little items that actually survive through history in our family history. The one on the sea in the top is are my great-grandfather's original restaurant signboards. It's 150 years old, roughly. It's Ottoman Turkish, we call it. This photo is from 1928. In the middle is my grandfather, which is the one in the behind. And that's my great-grandfather in the photo, in the dark a little bit. And if you see this doner grill here, it's this one. It's the original. It's 150 years old. So I heard you have a museum of your own with cooking equipment. This is my, I just want to show you this because this is my great-grandfather's knife sharpener. It's 150 years old.
You're such a lucky man.
I know, I'm extremely privileged.
Fascinating as the tour is, I'm looking forward to my meal in the grand dining room that dates back to the 19th century. So this is one of the most legendary kebabs of Bursa.
İskender is a brand, is belonging my family.
It's a last name.
Last name. We are servicing culture. That's why everyone knows İskender. Üzümü getirsin.
We're not a brand or we're not a restaurant that was actually created. We were sort of born.
Ah, I love that.
So
I love that. We were not created and we can't be replicated because we were born.
We were born.
Beautiful.
Enjoy. Bon appetit. Enjoy your meal.
The temperature, the way you've cooked it, it's like so soft.
Just salt.
Just salt.
Just salt.
As I sit in this iconic room, I can actually feel that how many generations have passed by here, enjoying this iconic dish of Bursa. This is that one dish which everyone should try at least once. I can't wait to give birth to my twist in my kitchen.